The cards are falling out of my hands. I just decided to casually start shuffling, thinking nothing was going to happen, and they're bleh.
Blah, they're spewing all over. They want to speak. They
Yeah.
want to speak. They want to express
Oh,
themselves.
oh,
It's
and I have
raining
backwards.
cards.
It's raining cards. Hallelujah. And I've got backwards cards sitting in here. That's interesting. Okay. They're coming out. That was weird. Okay. I'll just start with I was basically shuffling animal cards, and both the unicorn and the rabbit came out at the same time. They fell out of the deck. And the unicorn is use your imagination, and the rabbit is ask for help.
Okay.
And I mean,
It's
I
an
mean,
it's an
we were
interesting combination.
yeah, and we were briefly talking about like heaviness and
Yeah.
trying to, do cleaning tasks and things to, clear the mind. And as we're kind of in that energy, I'm shuffling cards to like let go of that energy. The whole thing is like the unicorn is very magical. Like, don't be so serious about what it is we're feeling. Like, just use your imagination, be a little bit more dreamy about things, and then like ask for help with that is very much like not ask help for imagination, but like ask for other people to join you. Like let's get group imagination. Let's get group enjoyment of things. And if you're having a hard time with this finding a fun space to be, I'm hearing like ask people like what can I be
Yeah.
doing? What do you do for this, you know? What do you feel?
Hmm.
Tell me what you feel.
What came through for me, and like where I kind of like got chills and stuff, is fact of having the imagination and letting the imagination explore or go as wild as it can get. Because to complete it or to go forth with it, you can always ask for help to
Mm,
to bring it to life.
I like it. I like it. It feels very playful. And
Yeah,
usually
it does.
when I usually I get the rabbit, it's very much a like, okay, we're kind of stuck. Stop being so high on yourself. Like, go get some help for what it is you're doing. But it feels very playful. Like, get some enjoyable friends, have some fun.
Yeah, hop to it.
Pop to it. I love it. And these chakra cards that came out, so the one that fell out of the deck as I pulled those other two cards was the victim card. And it's the
Oh.
heart chakra. It's very much like get out of this victim mentality. Like doesn't serve any of us. And the cards that were backwards were the same ones that come out, and I believe they came out last time, and they've been coming out for me, and I think that's why they're stuck together and backwards in the deck. And it is four cards. So we have this one came out last. It is trickery of the heart
Yeah,
space, which is
okay.
also this
I
victim
remember that,
mentality.
yeah.
It's funny that there's two, the dragon and the squirrel with the acorn is actually in both of these cards,
Oh, wow.
which I have never realized before ever. Cool. But then with that came this completion
Hmm.
of the sacral chakra, then came balance and renewal. I love this. How do I point this out? Okay. Green, orange, and then purple, or like red and purple. And then if you go the card before this, the rabbit, his whole
Yeah, green and
background is
purple. Yeah.
orange and red, and then we've got purple here. So everything is mimicked in colors. That's cool. Cool. So green, orange, and red. So there's very much this heart space. We've got the orange and red like waiting to be like let free, and then this balance. The balance is up here. Like you're saying, this trying to clean the house so the scattered brain and everything can kind of go. We're waiting for this balance, and in order to get this balance, we gotta have some fun and use our imagination. Okay, that's great. So I'm gonna go right into the weird deck I have here, just because I feel it'll
A
balance this
weird
energy
deck.
out.
Why is it the weird deck?
Because I never use it, and because it can be viewed negatively, but that's why I love this deck. So it's the Horror Oracle.
Okay. I wonder
So
why it
it's
could be
about
viewed.
it's about horror, but the way and this is why I love this deck because it takes horror themes and it spins them in like almost a comical, useful way. So like, ah, things are going
Okay.
really bad, it's probably this, or maybe look at it this way, or so last night I was pulling cards that all had to do with the heaviness that we were all feeling in the world and you know, how to have an open mind and how to stay in true with your heart and all of these things. And then I pulled Frankenstein. And Frankenstein's card is fire, and the whole quote is and like let the world burn down because the ashes will be nutrient. It was a whole, and I love the perspective it gave. So let's see, we have a very similar message. Oh, there they go.
Ooh.
There's a
Is
bunch
it
of them.
Frankenstein?
No, it's not actually. No, it's what is this one? This one came out reverse. What is this one? This one is terrifying. I don't think I've ever seen this movie. This one is oh, I can't think of the name of the word. Oh my goodness.
Twins?
Yeah, it's twins. It's
Freak show? Twins Peak?
nope, it's oh my good God. Now I'm gonna have to look it up and my brain, I literally just saw this the other day.
Oh,
The
it's
Shining.
twins.
Thank you.
The
The
Shining,
Shining. The
yes.
Shining. It is The
Show the
Shining.
card again? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I
So
see
The
with that.
Shining and this one is book. Book is book. There it is. Book is oh the Babadook. I've never seen the Babadook. It looks terrifying as all heck. But it came reversed, so I'll just get the message. So The Shining says, "Come play with us." I love it. Consider the space you're inhabiting and the effect it has on you and others. Good energy may be a neutrally arrived at or the result of effort. Bad energy may be inbuilt, a curse deeper than a hexed carpet pattern. There are two ways to approach most situations related but individual. The solutions need not be as dull as one or the other. Upright is emphasize work, reversed is emphasize play. Interesting, because the quote itself says, "Come play with us," but we got them upright, which is emphasize work, not emphasize play.
Playing.
Okay, and then the Babadook says, "You'll see him if you look." Books are portals that can take us to other worlds and let us inhabit the consciousness of characters found on their pages. But does the door open both ways? What or whom might we let in? Made manifest, a bad idea cannot be destroyed or denied. It will pop up again, but nothing can be changed until it is faced. And reversed, it is, will turning the pages open Pandora's box. Upright is what can you read between the lines. Reverse is will turning the page open Pandora's box.
Yeah, can you show us the cards?
Yeah.
The
So
Babadook?
I mean this one is terrifying. And then
Okay.
twins.
Yeah.
Um and the twins, and I find it very interesting that it was come play with us, but the card isn't saying come play with us, even though we very specifically were talking about playful
Mhm.
imagination. What it's saying is pour that into work. Pour imagination into your work. And this creepy book. Um,
Well,
what if,
The Pandora's box is the unknown,
mm,
is unleashing the unknown. So, have the imagination, go ahead and, ask for the help you need, clear out all the old stuff, and then orient it, put that creativity into your work, and let the unknown bring to you what it has to, instead of
right, because
blocking.
if we attempt all this with all the other stuff on top, we're not really going to get to or see what it is we meant
Yeah.
to, and we're going to end up with dead ends. But if we clear, like building Legos or cleaning the house and try again, we'll come back to it with fresh eyes, being like Pandora's box might open at that point. Only if we bring
Imagination
imagination and freedom to it.
and some rabbit help.
And some rabbit help from
Yeah.
whoever.
So
Maybe
we got
not
to
that
stock
character.
up on carrots.
Yeah. Oh, there it is. There it is. Which is funny. I have rabbit poop all over my backyard right now. Weight of the world. Boundaries, let it go. It's not yours to carry. So that's a lot of what I was noticing yesterday in myself is just how much we can feel the weight of the world. And the more the
Hmm.
weight of the world comes down on us, the harder it is to sort of breathe. Um, but I feel that is why this message is here. It's so very necessary for all of us to be puttering and cleaning and not
Hmm.
allowing ourselves to go there, because the places that we're going is not ours. It's literally coming from the world around
Hmm.
us. Um, yeah, let it go. It's not ours to carry.
Yeah,
So I,
shaking the shoulders, shrugging, staying upright can help. So when usually the body posture will change when we start like letting the outside be latched on. So, like we have tendencies of being like this at the computer, kind of like hunched over, just like
Mhm,
opening up the airways and the back posture and, signaling to the back, okay, upright, support,
mhm.
not not cushioning what's coming, but support in a way that it can't latch on to the shoulders.
And in that sensation, I got like a feeling of we're strong enough. If we kind of stay down here in the weight of the world, we actually aren't strong enough. We cannot, we have to come back up and be strong. I can see here in the first word of this card is boundaries, then let it go, and and it's not yours to carry, and that makes sense. I keep hearing like ask, what is boundaries to you? What does that say to you? It feels very physical, like physical boundaries. How do you set up physical boundaries when so much is going on? Is this just like don't look at your phone, or like I don't know
Well,
how to
in
say
the
that.
physical boundaries, it's already defining for yourself what what you will accept to come
Okay.
into your energy or come into your physical space. So you have people they like to be like really close in your bubble. And then one boundary is even if somebody comes in, you just say, whoa, no, step back without just so as soon as you visualize physically where your comfort zone is, the boundary is where you're comfortable with other people, the energy that will emanate from you will kind of like put a stop, physical, like energetic stop to the outside world. And then from there, you once you visualize this, it sets that limitation, that boundary, and that has a repercussion to everything else you do because you're putting it out there. So if you're like distractions, my phone's on that's over there. So if like I look at the phone, if I visualize myself scrolling, if I since I set a certain boundary, this is what I do not accept that comes in for me. Then whenever I see something on social media, if it's not within that acceptance zone, I won't stop on it just instinctively. And just doing that, just visualizing what you will accept, not what you will not accept, only what you will accept, so that only that can come in.
I appreciate you saying that. That felt really big. Um, Especially in there's a whole understanding in trying to be aware of what's going on in the world around you, and if you don't look, then how are you gonna know? And I briefly heard about some of the lovely worldly things, and it just took me out for the day. And it's kind of like I don't accept those things. I don't accept that as reality. It is reality, but I don't accept them. And I couldn't it took, like I said, building with Lego to get myself out of the I don't accept that stage. And I had to be, well, if I don't accept that, then I only accept this. This is what I accept. That definitely feels like a better place to be than I don't accept, especially in the world around, because we don't accept 90% of what's happening right now. We just have to live it. But if we go back into our own lovely bubble of, okay, this is what I do accept, then that feels better. Okay, that feels better. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. But and it is strange because for people that do live in cities where there is the ice cream man comes a lot, the bad ice cream man. It's difficult to say, okay, well, I don't accept it when you have this physical force that that comes in and forces itself onto the space of of others. So, when it's forced upon you, then the reflection becomes, okay, what can I do for myself to keep myself in a safe space, even with this going on? And how do I reorganize my life so that I don't become affected by that? What energy do I have to put out there so that this thing does not come knocking on at my, does not see it presented in front of my door, does not come in within my space. And just having the reflection, not without like fantasizing or anything, but just that sparks an energy that directs you, and your body gets the message saying, okay, so the body intuitively will signal, okay, don't go there, don't take this road, or don't go buy your groceries right now, just hold off, wait till tomorrow, because there's that connection to the rest, and we can feel the signals. And how many I can't count how many times where I said, man, I should have listened to myself and not go there, or should have listened to myself and left 5 minutes early. So those little things that we see, we feel, they become benchmarks. That way, if you remember that feeling you had saying, okay, leave now, then the next time you have it, you recognize it. You say, okay, I'll leave now. I'm not thinking. I'll just go now. And then it'll become clear after why your body or intuition came to you saying, okay, leave now. You find out later. So it's different to each reality. There's different. In France, we have different things going on, or right now I'm in the countryside. It's calm, it's quiet. If I don't put the news, I don't hear any, I don't know what's going on in the world. So for each reality that one lives in the present moment, it becomes adapting to that present moment, just keeping in the present moment. And then, regardless of what's going on, just adapt to it and see how you can navigate through it for yourself. And as you navigate through it for yourself within that path along the way, if you happen to be available to help somebody because it is needed, then you are available because you are ready for the moment and not still in the projection of the future of what could be if so and if this and if that.
Yep. It's funny, yesterday, what I don't even know what day it is, Wednesday, Monday, I had a dentist appointment to go to. Was just for information. It didn't not a good dentist appointment. Was not in a good headspace when I left the dentist appointment. And I was walking through the mall and I was aware of the world around me at that point, but I get very tunnel vision. I went to my appointment, I was going to do a couple of things and go home, and there was a sign. I don't even know where this sign was, in the middle of a mall. And it was about what was going on in the world. It must have been like a news board thing. I don't even know what it was. And it was about terrible, terrible things. And it immediately got me. It got me. I was in a mood the rest of the day, Monday, and I was unprepared in my own physical vessel how some very quick vision of something was going to send me down a spiral, and it was only because I was not in a good space. I was already in a woe is me from leaving the dentist, and if I had have not been, I would have maybe even seen it and gone uh-huh sure and carried on. But because I was in a negative space, I looked up, saw the thing, and went, oh my goodness, here we go. And it's very subconscious. Like, I didn't make that choice, it just kind of happened. So I love what you're saying about like keeping this sort of like a sacred space. I love that you're in the country and you can very much not be around what's going on. And I very much do that. I try and avoid absolutely everything, but sometimes you got to go out into the world and do a thing, and you're not in the right headspace, and that's where it really gets you. So we almost have to be doing a lot of this really hard work, like
Mhm.
from the moment you wake up in the morning and going through every process of your day with, okay, how am I feeling now? How can I make myself feel a little better? How can I expand my bubble? How can I, like you're saying, how can um, I mean, the wellness community as always, stick in your bubble of gratitude, but now
Mhm.
it's stick in your bubble of this is what I accept. This is what I accept going on.
Right. You can use triggers, because, well, triggers nowadays have a bad rap because
Mm.
it's tied to something else, but a trigger can be used in a positive way. You can create your own triggers through visualization. You could associate a word or an action to a well-being. So let's say for if it ever happens again to you, what happened on Monday, you see something and it puts you in a mood, program yourself a trigger like a snap, a breath. It could be a breathing pattern. It could be a word, a specific word you say to yourself that triggers a well-being that counters seeing something. And then with that trigger, you can use it for anything you want. And you can use that system, that very system for everything. Trigger yourself happy.
I really, really like that. That is such a beautiful flip on trigger because everyone, I was literally saying yesterday, you get triggered, and maybe it's a good thing that you got triggered because now it's showing you what needs to be released. But now let's start triggering ourselves with positive things. That's spectacular. I have one with my son where I technically would have viewed it as a negative trigger or a word. My son now says the word jelly bean when I'm a little crazy. And we make a joke about it. He's like, ah, you're a little crazy, jelly bean. And I'm like, oh, geez, okay, thank you for letting me know. Let's come back down. But to have that, like if I had seen that and had a trigger word for myself, not that it would have been jelly bean, but if I had been like, ah, jelly bean, I would have been like, oh, okay, time to recenter, time to come back down. So I really love that. I love that. I don't know. Maybe it'll come out with this card. This is my last card. No one else wants to come
Okay.
out. It's Bob Ross, and it's the voice, and it's very beautiful. It's very colorful.
Very colorful. Speaking rainbows into the world.
Sneaky Dream, exactly. For many viewers, it was the tranquil baritone of Bob Ross's voice that drew them to the show week after week. They would leave the stress of the world behind for 30 minutes at a time, lulled into a calm stupor by the comforting tones and gentle tap 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 of a paintbrush on canvas. Bob's voice could be as soothing as sensual as a lover's touch, while projecting a calm strength that everything would be all right. I used to tell him just to pretend he was a whisper floating across a mountain. Just graze the canvas, caress it, make love to the canvas, very gentle, very soft. The voice lulls us into tranquility despite the loud clamor of the world outside and keeps us gently guarded against reality, if just for a little while. I love it. I love it. It's so everything that we were just saying. He's literally like, let's just sing better notes into this world
Yeah.
and create that vibration. I
That's
think we're
a good
all in the
conclusion.
yeah, I think we're all in the understanding that as not to be like, oh, never mind, I'm not going to look at the
Yeah.
world, but like let's put our blinders up and let's really fix our internal space and expand it from inside instead of trying to feel a little better with, a journaling practice and then go out into the world and still not being able to feel right. Interesting. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, all right, all right. That's not bad. Okay, so just as a whole, this is the most beautiful card of all of them, Bob Ross. So, weight of the world, we're setting boundaries,
Right.
we're letting go,
Yeah.
we're dropping the victim mentality and the trickery
Mentality.
of the hurt. We're bringing out balance, we're letting go of confusion, and we're bringing renewal. We're using our imagination and we're asking for help. And we're going to throw ourselves into work and open Pandora's box.
Playful work
It's our voice.
with our voice and paint rainbows into the sky.
Exactly.